All right, live in the studio at the All WNY Radio studios here in Niagara Falls, we've got BD2 joining us today. We've got Billy, we've got Rosie, and we've got Doug. And they're going to tell us a little bit about who they are, what they do, both as members of a band and individually. And apparently there's going to be talks about fighting and other things. I'm not even sure.
Neither are we, dude.
The conversation before we started recording was interesting. We'll just put it that way. But let's introduce everybody first. So Billy Draws 2 became BD2.
Yes, it did.
I assume that you were the Billy?
I am, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was...
It'd be much funnier if you weren't the Billy.
I think we need to change the lore.
I think Rosie should be the Billy.
Like a goat?
Sure.
Like a goat, Doug.
Oh, no, I heard you the first time. Don't worry.
All right, so, Billy, you've been doing music for a while, right?
Yeah.
Is BD2/Billy Draws 2 is this your first big band, or was there something that I missed before this?
We had been in a couple small bands, but nothing...
I think this is more the continuation of...
high school,
early college, any and all.
Yeah.
The first, real, college band that did something.
So, yes, this is the first one that actually,
Gotcha.
became something we're still doing.
And what's the draw to music? I know music isn't your only love, but that's the one we're going to talk about most today.
That's interesting, because, I think it comes from being a punk rock kid in a private Catholic school, which is what I went to Niagara Catholic back when that existed. And I was very much not cool. I thought I was cool. But, I had, Liberty Spikes and painted nails and stuff.
I knew I wasn't cool.
Oh, see, you were so much more self-aware than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mistake was that people at other schools thought I was cool.
Right.
Because they didn't know any better.
Private school?
No, it was because, outside of the school uniform, I dressed, the torn pants and the punk rock uniform of the time. And the skirt, yeah, it was just a little too long.
Yeah. Did you answer my question?
Oh, yeah, it was just needing an outlet because I didn't have, I didn't have sports or anything like that.
No, rephrase that. You had sports.
Oh, yeah.
We're good at sports.
No, it wasn't even a question. It's it never even occurred to me to try to be a sport person, athlete, because I think a lot of it was just I went to school with a lot of people who now make very fine adults, but as kids were assholes, and music was kind of just like a refuge from that, I fell in love with punk rock around then, and got my first guitar around 14 or 15 years old, and just never looked back. Even
what kind of guitar?
It was a Fender Squier, and
you didn't start with just a cheap acoustic?
No. I thought
See, I wanted to do the music thing.
Yeah.
I wanted a guitar, but my parents got me a cheap acoustic guitar, and I'm like, fuck this, I'm not playing this stupid thing. I wanted a Spider, I wanted something like Kiss.
Yeah.
And long story short, never did quite learn how to play the guitar.
Well, either. Stop it. I can actually explain this one. I had wanted a guitar for a couple of years. My father's solution to that was to get me a Casio keyboard because it can sound like a guitar. And then when he heard me playing Third Eye Blind's guitar solos on the keyboard, because that's just what I was doing because I can't play piano. Yeah, then I think he just kind of tapped out and he's like, all right, let's get you this. And, no lessons or anything because you're bad in school, but,
Fair enough. Rosie!
Yes. Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about you.
Well. Why is that so hard of a question? Do you mean music-wise? Because music-wise, I too was not cool in school.
Are you cool now? She looks around for
I think I'm pretty cool.
All right. Musically, what do you do?
I play piano and bass, and kazoo.
Triangle?
I could. It's not on my repertoire, but I'm pretty sure I could master the triangle.
She couldn't do the tambourine.
Kind of a joke. Do you actually play kazoo
Yeah.
on songs?
Yeah.
Really?
I do.
Okay.
It does sound like a joke, doesn't it?
No, it's got a case and everything.
It's true.
Right.
It's a sunglasses case, but it's fine. I've played piano since I was a kid, and it was, that's just always what I did. And then I also begged for a guitar, and I got a purple PV electric guitar because that's what I thought.
Why did your parents love you more than mine did?
I left Post-it notes all around the house with pictures of guitars that I drew on them for about 2 years before.
Gotcha.
Before everyone just got real tired of me. I thought that's what Kim Deal and the Pixies played, and then I learned she played bass. But I just really wanted to be Kim Deal. And then as I got older, I realized I sucked at guitar real bad. And I made friends with a guy that worked at Allentown Music when I lived on Elmwood in college. And he played bass. And he's like, well, I can't teach you guitar, but I can teach you bass. So I traded it for a bass. And, I don't know, I met these goons.
Let's talk about piano real quick.
Yeah.
So you do the whole Niagara Falls piano thing.
I do.
Is that going on this year?
It is.
I wasn't sure. I've been trying to avoid social media just for my own personal mental health.
Yeah.
Which is usually where I find out about these types of things.
Yeah, that's the downside.
It's like what, 4 or 5 years now?
Oh.
8.
Okay.
8. Didn't do it for 2 years, thanks to COVID.
Well, yeah.
But
those 2 years don't count, though.
No, that was just one day.
I tell people all the time, when I talk about, if I say, I did this thing last year, it was probably 2020.
Yeah, right.
Because, time just stopped.
It's still 2018 in my brain.
Yeah.
We're all 2 years younger, as far as I'm concerned.
So how many pianos are there in Niagara Falls?
This year there will only be one.
Just the one on Main Street?
Maybe Old Falls Street.
Old Falls Street.
There might be 2. It depends on whether or not the class of students at Niagara Falls High School can get it together and paint one before the end of the year. But the other one is going to be on Old Falls Street. It's pretty cool looking. Got an artist to paint it. I had nothing to do with it other than getting it ready and running the social media now.
And they just sit out there all year. Can you reuse them, or is it
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who leaves a piano outside all year?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
I think one of my pianos lasted 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So before I took a crowbar to it and left it in my alley.
Yeah, theoretically.
You have, an executor for each piano kind of thing?
Yeah, somebody covers it at night and...
Yeah, they get taken care of. They have custom covers made, and I polyurethane them to hell so they're as watertight as they can be. And they come in the winter and I, clean them, tune them up. I mean, they don't sound perfect, but, they sound pretty good for being a stringed wood instrument out in downtown Niagara Falls near a waterfall.
Right. Doug, here I am. All right, so I just want to point out that when Doug got here, when Doug and Billy showed up, I walked outside, and I put my hand out, and I said, I don't think we've ever met. And Doug's like, we've literally met 1,000 times. This was the second time that this exchange has happened to me in the last month. The best part was the other person I worked with for several years.
Oh, no.
I was walking out of Walmart the other day, and this guy goes, I think we used to know each other, or something like that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. And he just kind of looked at me like, are you messing with me? And I really had no idea who he was. And this is where I'm at. So, it's not you.
It's okay. It could be me.
I love you. It's all good.
It's fine.
Doug, tell me a little bit about you that I will immediately forget.
That's okay. I fight dragons and drive motorcycles.
Into the mic.
Do you do either of those?
No.
All right.
No, I don't.
Yeah, motorcycles.
I own motorcycles. There's a difference.
Can you play kazoo, though?
No, that is a Rosie-specific instrument in this
Which
game.
Can Rosie fight dragons?
No, she cannot. So, therefore, I am the dragon.
Are dragons real?
Are we real?
Oh my God.
All right. None of us get paid enough for that.
Just keep punching.
I grew up wanting to be a musician. Got a guitar at 14. Took 3 lessons. Learned 6 power chords and stopped there.
All right.
And luckily, Billy's good enough to carry me.
And that is your current level of expertise. Those 3 power chords.
No, this is bullshit
Like,
because
I'm not like okay. Now I know how to also play octaves.
no, okay. Listen, he could play circles around me when we met, and he could do upstrokes, which at the time blew my mind. And
For like a year and a half, we had like Scott Doug. We don't talk about that time.
We don't talk about Scott. That sounds
Right.
like a t-shirt.
we could have been Billy and the Horns.
Oh, thank God we weren't.
Scott Doug lives forever, and he can finger pick circles around me still. So
Because you never do it. Neither do I.
so what we just plateaued.
We plateaued. Yeah.
No, Doug is a much better musician than his humility will let him admit.
Doug, what do you do professionally?
I am a custom metal fabricator, so I build signage.
Really?
Yeah, it's like if you drive into a McDonald's, the big signs, big M's outside. I build that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And I also have my own woodworking business and do all the graphic design for
So
the
you're
band.
literal talent.
Don't tell anybody that. Whenever
I
people
feel like
find out I'm good at things, I have to do things for them.
Right.
Mm.
Well, dude, I'm sitting over here thinking about all the things you're going to make.
But no, I have Relentless Tattoos in the Falls, their whole front counter system. I did that. All their tables inside. There's another one on the Boulevard. I did their big table, and a couple places have some of my bars. So a lot of stuff out there that I've done, but I'm just gonna do me.
All right, so do you ever build your own instruments?
I have, actually. I've built myself a guitar. I redid a guitar for Billy. His dad bought a cheap low-end model, and me and him went through it and totally customized it, and that was his Christmas present one year.
The Archangel.
The Archangel.
We named it.
All right.
We named them all. Mine was Frankenstein, because it had just all kinds of different guitars slammed together.
Gotcha.
I think the only person I haven't built one for is Rosie.
That's true.
Well, now I have an idea for
No
Rosie's
love.
Christmas present.
No love. No love. Though he did help me, take a bass apart and sand it down, because I had this really cool idea, and the pieces are still in a box from about 10 years ago.
I did do that.
Yeah.
I don't have that shop anymore. Though.
Yeah, you gave me the sandpaper. That's about as far as that
Wow,
project
who
got.
remembers that part of it? You gave me the sandpaper.
You gave me the sandpaper, because that's as far as it got.
That's fair.
But, no, I've seen the guitars he makes. They're cool. He's also made, other random instrument things that we've used over the years.
Woodblock for drummers.
Oh, that's true. I did make a woodblock for drummers.
Yeah.
For the man we don't speak about.
And the random
It was
drums
our band.
things.
No, I said the man we don't speak about.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to move on.
That's not
No, yeah, it's just
I'm just being funny.
yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
No problem.
No, it's just a running gag of BD2 drummers being
We're the Spinal Tap of Niagara Falls.
yeah.
Gotcha. All right. I noticed that you didn't bring a drummer with you. Are you doing drummers currently? Or?
No, he's here. He's in the room. His name is John Cena!
No, we played with one drummer for.
We got that.
Oh yeah, we played with one drummer for a couple of years recently, and he didn't like our music. Nice enough dude, great musician. He just wasn't a fan of our music, and that kind of wears on you after a while.
No,
It's a little important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then when we did our last show, we actually called Rob Helms, who was an early
10 years ago.
Yeah. And it's nothing. He slipped right back into it, even with new stuff, and it was just a really great time playing with him. And it made me really enjoy playing BD2 music again, because, everybody was having fun doing it.
And he did say he was open to more shows, but he's got his own business, he's got kids.
Yeah, he's like a really good adult.
Yeah, he's in like 3 other bands already, so...
I keep trying the adulting thing, and I'm just...
It's overrated.
I want to be good at it. My fiance is amazing at it. Like, she can adult, for the both of us. And frequently she has to. I am just incapable. But, yeah.
Do not recommend. No stars.
Yeah. So I don't know if you, on the walls there are posters from shows that All West New York has done.
Yeah.
And there are a couple with BD2 on them. I do know that you guys did one show that goes down in All West New York. Infamy, if you will.
Which one?
The show we don't
which one?
It's the show we don't speak of. The show we don't speak of. In the attic.
This is not ASMR, man.
Wait.
Upstairs in Good Bar.
Oh!
Is that the show you don't speak of?
No.
Because that is the show that...
Maybe.
Yeah.
The guy eating the chicken.
The show doesn't speak of.
Oh.
Yeah.
The sound dude, yeah, he was a... Oh, what an asshole.
He was a chicken connoisseur.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a show that Joe Kent, Think So Joe, put together, and
he did a great job.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
With that.
let's be honest, he always does. I love Joe. Joe is phenomenal, but everything that could have gone wrong went wrong on this night.
Oh.
And it was just I went to the show. I don't always go to All West New York shows, but I went to this one because there were some decent bands on it. And,
There were supposed to be.
Well, there were supposed to be. And,
That show!
Yeah.
And I get there and it's me and Joe and the sound guy, and that's about it.
Yeah.
There is no audience whatsoever. Danielle from Janie
Crash and the Tallman?
I was doing a solo bit on stage because she happened to be in the neighborhood. And Joe's I need someone to come perform right now. And she's I'm there. And she had a guitar on her back, and she showed up and did a bit for us. And thank God for that.
Was that the show where the one girl's band couldn't make it, so she did a karaoke track thing?
Well, yes, she did karaoke tracks, and then Joe played one song on guitar with her. Then the other band got in a car accident on the way and just didn't make it. And then someone else played 2 songs and decided they were done.
There was the girl with the girl with the guitar, the rapper girl, Mindy something.
Davey?
Yeah.
And then just it was a Tuesday night,
Right.
in the middle of fake spring.
Yeah.
It was still winterish.
We had
snow.
a nice warm day to lull you into false security and then back into the cold. And it was supposed to be a lot of fun.
It was going to be awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
the sound guy just disappeared.
He went to get chicken.
He went to get food and came back with the food and put it on the board and then just looked at us who the fuck are these people on the stage? Why are they here? I'm just eating my chicken.
And listen, if you're listening to this, I'm sure this sounds like a bunch of very minor things out of context. But in the context of the night, all strung together, this led up.
Individually, they're all minor things.
Right,
yes.
Any one of those things is any given show.
Right.
But this happened all at one show.
It's just
Yeah.
It's the same show in a matter of you have 3 or 4 bands on a bill, and you know that night's going to be about 4 hours long, and I think we were all there for about 2 hours, and 1 hour of it was trying to find the sound guy.
Yeah, and then when he was there, he was eating chicken over the soundboard. He was not paying attention to us trying to wave him down or talk to him.
Because we had no mic.
Or the chicken was really, really good. But yeah, we did have no mics.
Just Doug's guitar.
Yeah. It's a good one.
All right, so just throw this out there, all right? Behind you is a rotisserie chicken.
Oh, the chicken just follows us.
Now, that is completely... I literally just got a chicken on the way to work today.
So funny.
Because the chicken from Sam's Club is amazing.
Wow.
$5, and it's 3 days worth of food for it.
Yep.
So that honestly has nothing to do with you guys being here. It just kind of worked out. Right.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so that is one of the infamous shows. I wouldn't say it's my favorite all-Western New York show we played.
No, we had some great ones.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do a show at Stamps with us?
We did.
Yeah.
We did a New Year's Eve show.
There it is.
We did a New Year's Eve show
that
we were not headlining. We were opening that show. And
the year before.
The year before, I bet Nick over a game of
rock, paper,
scissors for that headlining slot for that show.
To not be the headliner?
No, to be.
So that we could be the band that counts down at midnight.
Yeah, gotcha. We were opening that show.
Gotcha.
And we talked to Nick, and I said...
Because I got to tell you, I would rather be the opening show. On a show like, just get it out of the way, have fun.
Oh, yeah.
Not every show, obviously.
Right.
But for a New Year's Eve show?
Oh, see, we had ideas.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We wanted the countdown.
Yeah.
We wanted to do Old Man's Eyes. Yeah.
Old Man's Eyes.
That's a different version.
Yeah, we wanted to hit that song right at midnight and stuff, and so we're in line to buy tacos. Whatever
taco stands down the street.
Colosso.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're in line, and then they're talking. I'm up there ordering, and I come back, and Doug's all smiling and stuff because he just won the opening or the headlining spot from Nick by playing rock paper scissors.
And Nick's such a good guy that he's like, "That's the rule."
Yeah.
You don't.
I was like half messing with him, half playing around.
Right.
But like it came around, he's like, "No, BD2's headlining."
He's like, "You won that." He's like, "Oh, all right, hell yeah."
All right.
Shout out Nicolito.
Stamps was a great venue.
Yeah.
We've lost some great venues. Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. It's...
Well...
I mean, at least Stamps technically is still there.
I don't know
burn
what
down like all the other ones.
Right. Well, Mohawk didn't burn down.
No, they just, got...
Not literally.
They just got F.
Just legally.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place to play?
Shooter.
Mohawk.
Good question.
Well, okay, let me rephrase. Shooter's my favorite place because that's home base.
Yeah.
All right.
Mohawk was my dream venue, starting back to when I was 13, underage, sneaking in.
Rosie.
What?
For legal purposes, she means 18.
She wasn't old enough to play in the venues we were playing at when she joined the band.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I
was 17 when I left for college, right?
Oh, you were smart.
I went to school in Ohio. So I was still too young to drink in Canada. And then I was in Ohio, and obviously too young to drink there. Like, I didn't, actually get to have a beer in a bar until, my senior year of college, because I learned a trick. Earmuffs. So I would go to this bar. We went to the same bar all the time, and I would order whatever non-alcoholic. Labatt NA. And I would drink my Labatt NA, and then I would go back to the bar, and I would say, "Can I get another Labatt?" They remember having served me.
That's fucking smart.
That's kind of genius.
And it worked really well until it didn't.
Yeah,
And then they had a fit, and I'm like, you misunderstood me. No, I just wanted another one of these.
Right, and that's when you're like, what do you mean you gave me alcohol?
I mean, the cops were like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was, I thought it was brilliant.
That's like stealing stuff in the self-checkout.
Yeah.
Everything's a banana.
I haven't been trained on this machine.
4088. That's the code for bananas.
But you didn't answer.
Oh, I would say Tudor now, but if I'm thinking back to my youth, it would be Showplace.
Oh, I forgot about Showplace.
Yes, yeah.
Played Showplace.
Now they just have rappers.
Is it still around?
Yeah, they reopened it, but it's strictly rappers.
It's kind of like this building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just had, who did they just have? Oh, they just had Paris Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I saw that, I was like, what? Ooh, why?
Why are there so few venues here in the Falls?
There's so few people here.
Is that it?
No.
No, let's see.
There used to be, Mudgeons or whatever it was called?
Yep.
I know that the River Pub does shows on occasion.
Yep.
But I'm really trying to think of where I can go see a band in Niagara Falls.
You'd have to be the Evening Star, which is out in LaSalle. Which
Right.
People.
Or find a house party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we started.
Do those anymore?
Yeah, that was our big
Not
thing when we started BD2. Before Rosie's time, we would play house parties down on Buffalo Avenue. Yeah, actually, yeah. And there were videos that, if you go looking to the deep lore on the internet, you can find some of us playing like these Halloween parties and stuff, and like the floor is bouncing.
Yeah, it's the second floor, and like the shitty. Where's the Cayuga Avenue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny is like when I find those videos and I look at the dates on like when the party was, I'm like, I was supposed to go and I was grounded.
I can't imagine how you would get grounded.
Me neither.
Well,
and it's funny because like our friends now, who like the people who were throwing those house parties are now like all like
good adults,
married, kids, and like good adults and like responsible ass people.
Right.
I'm investing in my third business. You know. Yeah.
Do you guys have any shows coming up?
Nope.
Any plans for the summer?
Hopefully.
Are you still a band?
Yeah.
Technically.
Technically, yes. No, we haven't booked any BD2 things, but that's
You did just play the Art of Beer, though, a couple weekends ago, right?
That was a couple weekends ago.
That was like a couple days ago.
Future.
It was oh yeah, no, you're right. It was a couple weeks ago. Yes, sorry. But no, that was a Moxie gig. It wasn't even a BD2 gig.
Yeah, that was just Billy and I.
You might have to explain Moxie.
Billy and I are also in an acoustic
I wanted to get to this,
band.
by the way. So
yeah.
This is a perfect segue. But I thought it was a BD2 gig, but...
We used to do Art of Beer as BD2 or Moxie. It depended on whether or not we had a drummer.
Yeah.
And
it is Moxie Cabaret.
Moxie Cabaret. The name has changed over the years, but we've landed with Moxie Cabaret, and it's Billy and I doing acoustic covers. We started as in our own theater as like the live band for a burlesque show.
So a little explainer here. Doug, Rosie, and I founded the Patchwork Theater of Niagara in Niagara Falls, New York.
In the Niagara Arts and Cultural Center, which is the old Niagara Falls High School.
Correct, and we started it because in an old chemistry room there. And the only reason we did it is because we could never book the actual theaters that they had there because another theater company kind of had a monopoly over it. So we did it out of spite.
What you'll learn is a big, it's a big motivator for this band. It's
spite and chicken.
Before I got this office, I've been here 8 years now. I actually looked in an office in the NAC.
Oh yeah.
And I loved it. And right when I went to sign it up, someone had just booked it.
Yeah, of course.
There's like a waiting list to get in there. It's totally understandable. It's a very cool building. Lots of artsy people.
It's a great idea. It's very hit or miss in its execution, though, depending on who is in charge.
The person who's community.
Yes.
Is it that?
No.
The person who sniped that office from you probably has another 5 rooms in that building.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought that these are my people. I want to be with the artistic minded people, and they have a community, and in the back of my mind, I knew that wasn't what happened, but that's what I really want. Like, for example, 5 or 6 years ago or so, I moved into an apartment building for the first time. I've always lived in either a house or like an apartment that was like part of a house, but I never lived in an apartment building, and I wanted to recreate dorm life.
Oh.
And I literally never met a single neighbor. I was there 3 years. No one ever talked to me.
Yeah.
I was just a creepy old dude in 312. And maybe if I had been younger or more attractive, it would have been a different experience, but that's what I got. But yeah, that's what I was hoping with the NAC was that, online radio station, we've got musicians, we've got entertainers, we've got, I thought it would have fit in perfectly there, but it didn't work out. And I ended up here, and don't get me wrong, I love it here, but... Yeah.
I think you're better off, especially for how they were then. Now they are trying to change up their perception. There's new administration there. Again, they've gone through a lot in the last 2 years. And this administration is very optimistic and hoping to change the way that tenants like myself have looked at them in the past. We went to a couple tenant meetings there with the new administration, and I told them right to their faces, I'm like, I would love for this to be true. I'm just speaking from experience. I don't think you're going to last.
Really?
Yeah.
But you guys still do have that studio. It's a large space.
It is. I took over for Johnny Helms. He used to do his recording studio in there before he moved to his place that he had until he moved to Chicago.
Right.
But yeah, we did this wacky burlesque show, and
we're bringing it back.
We needed stage names, and we went with the whole pet and street name. That's how she got Moxie Cleveland. I got Ziggy Spruce, and we started as just we were playing the background music in the show. Show kind of took off, and now it's kind of got a life of its own. So like we're doing it at the Fringe Fest in Rochester. We're doing it in New York City in June.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's become this like
no love here, but you'll go.
Yes, very much that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we did it in the fall.
But outside of that show is the Choice of Valentines. It's Moxie Cabaret's Choice of Valentines. But Moxie still has its own gigs as just like an acoustic duo doing these like folk punk covers of.
I mean,
and
you can set up anywhere and do anything.
Yeah.
Cover bands people like more because drunk people like to sing along.
Right.
And I mean, we booked every Saturday.
Words or not. That's
You gotta.
Way to do it.
But Moxie has gigs like every Saturday in July. You'll find us at the Artisan Market in Lewiston.
Nice.
So it's,
all right, so let's draw this back in.
Yeah.
So you're in the NAC, where you've got your Moxie thing, you got Patchwork Theater, and you've got a show coming up in about a month, right?
Trainwreck.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
This is not the first Trainwreck, right?
No, it's not.
I remember a few years ago you guys did Trainwreck.
Yep.
In 2017.
And it was a blast.
Oh, that's awesome. I hope you weren't there closing night. I blew my voice out doing that show.
Really?
I did.
He was not there closing night because he wrote a review.
Oh, thank God.
And then we felt bad because the show was completely sold out a month before it even started.
Yeah, it's a very hard style to sing, and I had too much confidence. So like tech week and rehearsals and stuff, I'm singing all out. Like this is how I'm going to do it in the show. This is how I'm going to do it. And I wasn't exactly doing it properly either. And I blew my voice out. So come closing night, I'm up there and I'm having to like just scream my way through the show because I've got nothing. And the lead singer of Boys Night Out, who made all the music that I'm up there ruining, is in the audience.
You didn't ruin it.
Agree to disagree. But he was so gracious and so cool about it because I told him after, I'm like, I'm sorry, I blew my voice out trying to sing your songs. And he's like, I used to blow my voice out singing my songs all the time. You're good.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was so
June,
nice.
Right? June 14th, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
That is the end of June. Last weekend of June, the 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Now, is it sold out already?
Not yet. We
tickets just went on sale over the weekend.
Tickets on sale. We still have to finish casting, but that happened last time too. We put the tickets on sale before we even started rehearsals because this year is also the 20th anniversary of the album that the show is based on. And it's also the 10th anniversary of the theater. So we're like, this is perfect. It's a great anniversary show. We talked to Connor, the lead singer of the band, and he was so excited for us to do it again. And he's just this great human being. And I got to tell you that 13-year-old me in my brain, who was a fan of this band at Warped Tour at Darien Lake in the mud, is so weirded out that I'm just friends with this guy now. Like
you have his phone number?
I have his phone number, and like we're just pals, and like
all right, so
can't handle it.
Who's the coolest person's phone number you have? And I don't mean the coolest person, I mean like who's
the most famous person in your phone?
Who's the phone number that you have in your phone that would impress people?
I gotta get my phone out.
So I spent years as a talk show host.
That's a great question.
But my favorite is Dean Koontz.
Oh,
wow!
Wait, who?
The writer?
Right, author. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I have Dean Koontz's cell phone in my phone.
That's
Tony Burgess.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, Tony Burgess wrote Pontypool.
Oh.
Rosie, it's okay if you say me.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have your number.
You have Nicole's number, and she.
Yeah. The coolest person that I have in my it's probably Ray.
Yeah.
My stepdad knows everyone.
Your stepdad does know
He
everybody.
knows everyone.
Which is why I was surprised you didn't know the Jake LaMotta glove.
I couldn't read it. I could only read your name on it.
I could only read La.
La, la, la.
Yeah, no, it's got to be probably Connor, or Connor Levitt Fraser from Boys Night Out.
Gotcha.
But otherwise, I don't think I have anyone in my phone that I'm like, that's my link, you know?
Gotcha. Doug, what do you come up with?
I mean, I spent 6 years in Vegas, so I have like numbers of like
Strippers?
Yeah, I do have those, but like people who were in like these bands that are now like I have Ronnie Radke's phone number, but I don't know if it's still his phone number. Like I have half the guys that were in Escape the Fate when they started. I don't know if that's still got that phone number. Like these bands that I've hung out with, the guys from Adelita's Way. I don't know if they still have the same phone number. There's a band called Otherwise. And actually, that's probably him. The lead singer of the band Otherwise is probably the most famous person on my phone.
I don't have the guy's number, but I talk to the guy from Dropkick Murphys all the time.
Oh, that's true.
That is true.
Yeah.
Rosie wins.
Yeah, because he owns a boxing gym.
Oh.
So technically Ray is the coolest person
Ray
in
is
the
the coolest person in my phone. Damn it. Love Ray.
Wait, I have Ray on my phone. That means Ray's the coolest person in my phone, right?
You too.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. Could just say my mom.
Yeah, your mom's pretty cool, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I know whose phone number who I have is in here. Is a... How do I say this without saying it?
Banana.
Yeah.
Bananarama?
He's... And I need... Because I know you two are going to know who I'm talking about as soon as I say this, but I need you two to not repeat it.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I know exactly who it is. We'll tell you off air.
He's a person.
I hope so.
Is
he a man?
Yes.
TV?
He's been on TV. He's been in a movie.
All right.
He was in a movie with Kevin Hart. I'll say that.
All right. So we're going to wrap this up so that Doug can tell me how to do it. In all honesty, though, we do need to wrap it up. Anything that I should have asked you that I didn't, like, you were really looking forward to talking about, and then you're like, man, I didn't ask this about.
I mean, I can mention something that might give us a deadline to do something that I've wanted to do for a long time. They love when I do this.
What's that?
Can I just preface, last time she did this, we had to make Billy Draws 2 toasters.
Yeah. But I would say Trainwreck and Choice Valentine and the new song that's out.
Right.
And look for
the new song that's out. You need to get that to me because I would like to play that like at the end of this.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great. Cool. Billy Draws 2 toasters sounds amazing.
But what was...
BD Toast, right?
No, yes, okay.
But no, for a couple of years now we have talked about doing an acoustic album, meaning like taking some of our... We have a handful of albums out. We were all going to like pick 1 or 2 songs and strip it down and do an acoustic version. We have like a list of titles for this acoustic album that doesn't exist yet. So maybe we do that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Want to do that? You guys want to make an album?
And a Christmas album.
You guys want to be in a band?
So here's the thing that I would like to do. And maybe this is something that you guys could help out with in some way or another. You know the gazebo at Hyde Park?
Mm-hmm. On Duck Island?
Yeah.
I want to do like a small acoustic show there with just like 3 or 4 different 2 or 3-piece bands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be lovely.
Yeah. It's the thing that I've been thinking about literally for years. It's just such a pretty area, and it's very unique. You set up on the one side, you watch from the other side. There's baseball in the background, like
yeah.
I don't know. It's just,
Canadian geek.
Iconic.
Oh wait, so
Also
you want like the bands and stuff
in the gazebo
on the island,
right?
And then everybody else on like that hill on the
Yeah.
other side. Oh, okay. I thought
cool?
you wanted everybody.
No, that is pretty cool.
It's not big enough.
That's kind of cool.
But you just have the bands there, and then have everybody else watch from the shore, if you will.
It's a great music video idea, too.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
Don't steal it.
Yeah.
It's ours. That aggressively at the microphone.
Steal it.
Guys, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, and thanks for putting up with the technical issues. You know, we're still new. This is only week 2, but we did get through the show, which is
We did it!
Yeah, it's great. It was a lot of fun, and thanks for letting us, plug our stuff. Eyes Up, available now for streaming.
I can't wait to come back and do like an anniversary recording.
When we come back in a year when we listen to the podcast that we did the first time.
Yeah.
You just cringe.
Yeah.
All right.
No, thank you so much for having us, man. This was a blast.
Thanks, guys.
Banana.
Banana.